Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. We've got him back, Jonathan B. Smith. He comes on weekly. He's called the Chief Optimizer. You can learn more about him at chiefoptimizer.com. This week, though, and he's a EOS implementer specialist. Before we get started, real quickly, remind us what EOS is all about. And welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Kevin. EOS is all about helping entrepreneurs get what they want from their business. It's all about having entrepreneurs who have a good business, who want a great business, and I help them get there. All
righty. Now, today we're going to talk about meetings and making the most of them. Talk a little bit about meetings.
Yeah, so when I go to a client, oftentimes they have meetings, but they're not particularly effective. Question is, are people engaged? Is there accountability in the meeting? Are people getting what they want out of the meeting? And usually, in most cases, like 2 out of 10, they aren't effective.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And why is that?
Well, what my experience is that it's because the meeting isn't structured. There's not an expectation of when the meeting is going to happen, what the agenda is going to be, what the protocol is for the meeting. There's no oftentimes there's not enough preparation for the meeting. So when there's not some ground rules in that meeting, it's very, very difficult to consistently run a good meeting.
What is a level 10 meeting? I've heard you refer to that before.
Yeah, we've talked about it a few weeks ago. A level 10 meeting is our weekly meeting. It's our weekly leadership team meeting. It happens at the same time for no more than 90 minutes with the exact same agenda. So what happens is once you get in a rhythm with that meeting and people are talking about the meeting before they get there, filling in their agenda before they get there, and then actually getting traction and actually doing what they need to do to solve issues and move business forward. It starts to get real exciting. People look forward to coming to those meetings.
Wait a minute. So how many times do you do this?
We do it every week.
Every week, the same agenda?
It's the same agenda, but the agenda, we fill in, there's pieces that are different within the agenda. I mean, the agenda is, okay, everyone's going to check in. We're going to see how we're doing on our 90-day priorities.
Wow.
We're going to see where we are on our scorecard. We're going to talk about our clients and our employees and what's going on. We're going to look at our issues list from last week. Did we get 90% of what we said we were going to get done? We're going to talk about the issues that came up as we checked in and solve them so that next week we can say we are moving forward on whatever the issues are that we had from the following week.
Very interesting. What is an offline meeting?
So an offline meeting is different than a level 10 meeting. The idea is, Kevin, you and I have an issue in a meeting we decide to solve is an issue in a level 10 meeting we decide to solve is that we need to get together. And an offline meeting is a specific agenda that we actually use for the meeting that you and I are going to have after our level 10 meeting. So again, we're coming with an agenda and specificity about what the expectations are for the meeting and what the outcomes we're looking for.
Right. It's the difference between laser focus and spraying is what you're trying to do with this. You're really trying to get whatever the agenda is completed.
I want it completed.
Yeah.
That's actually how we get traction, accountability, and help you achieve your vision.
Why is it hard? Why does it seem so hard to have consistently have a good meeting?
Well, it's just hard to be disciplined. So without having a system for that level of discipline and without having what we call our integrator, some people might call that your general manager, your president, chief of operations, someone's got to run that meeting, and someone actually has to be willing to enter the danger and say, you just rolled your eyes, what's really going on to be effective and healthy to make a great meeting? And usually when we show up, before we show up, that's not happening.
Yeah.
And if we can make it more effective and healthier, we'll make better meetings.
Jonathan B. Smith, he's the Chief Optimizer at chiefoptimizer.com. Love your insights, your information. Thanks for joining us again.
Thanks, Kevin. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, same to you. When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here, it shows up over there at usdatareview.com. This is The Price of Business.
Get to grips.